Morning, guys. Hope you're having a good day, evening, afternoon, and enjoying your well, it's Monday morning here, but it's probably Sunday there, or depending on when you're watching this live stream. So we're beaming out to X, and we're going out to Twitter. Sorry, Twitter is X. YouTube as well. We're just still not quite showing it, so we'll just wait a second before we can get a connection. It's just showing and it's streaming. Okay, it's showing it's streaming, but I'm not sure if it's live. Yeah, probably live. Yeah, so hope everyone's having a good day. In this live stream, we're going to just talk about the market, and then we'll talk about some news and some projects that kind of like the market is down. So I mean, you can't really blame them. So I don't know. It just depends on whether you're bullish on some coins. Now is probably the time to buy them, but because BTC was 64 yesterday, now it's dropped to 65 3. So a lot of these long-term coins will dip. Obviously, the new coins that are still launching will have their moment of to shine. But then if they even make it past the first day, let alone the first week, they'll start to dip because they won't fade. The long-term ones, I'm talking about the longer-term ones here. I'm not talking about the pump and dumps. But BNB's 579, Solana's 128. So yeah, it's market's down at the moment, so it's a good time to be accumulating. See these coins here that are still pumping. They're just what do you call it? Coins that are being pumped, being manipulated. Okay, they're not going with the trends or the current trends, right? But anyway, it is what it is. Billy's down, so it's a good time to accumulate. I mean, still 30 million, 29 million, and 1.1 million liquidity. So, yeah, it's not going to fade. It's just down because the market's down, so it's probably a good time to accumulate. Just some news. 50 Cent got hacked. I don't know how old this is, but it looks like, yeah, June the 21st, so it's only a couple of days ago. So he said that his X account got hacked, and they took over his account, and they promoted this Gunnet Memecoin called Gunnet. Never heard of it. Let's just try to find it. And basically, they pumped the shit out of it. I'm trying to find the coin. But yeah, they got control of his account, and then promoted this pump and dump coin called Gullet. And it goes on to say, so he's 12.9 million followers on X. To inflate the token's price, the investors poured in. The value of Gullet reportedly soared, only to plummet to 0.0016. So basically, it was pump and dump. As soon as these new investors, exit liquidity comes in, then they can cash out. That's kind of like pump and dumps work, right? So they said they'd made off with $300 million in just 30 minutes. That's crazy. Okay, so it is on, here it is here. Holy crap. Notably, 5 accounts of Gunnet worth 2.3 million. So this is what 50 Cent alleges that his account got hacked. According to TMZ, 50 Cent amassed around 700 BTC and worth approximately $660 each, netting him 463,000. This is in 2018. So if you would have held those 700 BTC, you'd obviously have what's BTC now is down to 60k. 6 sevens are 42. He'd have 42 million. 42 million. So, yeah, it's just so this is this gun. It looks like it's on deck screen and got pumped, dumped. So it just goes to show you that these pump and dumps, they are, this is it here, gun it. Okay, so this is it here. It's still got 40k liquidity. So that's it there. This is the actual coin. Holy cow, I got pumped and dumped. So this whole celebrity thing is what spurred it. This probably happened, well, this happened a couple of days ago, so it still would have been like kind of fresh in the mind of people with Iggy, you know, that sort of thing. But pump and dumps are classic. This is a classic pump and dump. They've been around for ages, forever. These were around in, what, 2019, 2020. My first introduction was to a pump and dump was when I was got befriended on Facebook by you know, this person, and they said that they were making multiple BTC at a time. So here I am, you know, none the wiser, going with them, and I'd always lose money, and I'd always think, well, how come I'm always late? But basically, they would pump like almost dead coins or coins that with a low market cap, so that's how they can increase the value really, really fast. And when investors come in, they'd already bought up the floor, right? They'd already bought up these dead coins. And then when they said, hey, you know, we're going to pump the shit out of this to their pump group, that's why you never join. You always be careful of these influencers that tell you, hey, you know, you come into my call group. Because in disguise, it's just a pump and dump group. So what they do is they say, hey, you know, we're going to call this, we're going to bring this back or whatever. Be very careful who it is, because they'll buy up a dead coin first, and then they'll announce it to their call group, which might have 2,000 or 3,000 people. Then everyone buys in, and then they have the exit liquidity. Just exactly what happened with this, with 50 Cent. They promoted it on his X account, the exit liquidity came in, and then they dumped their bags. So this is what these call groups. So to just be very careful when you see these call groups. Some of them even have paid call groups. And the paid call groups are like, you know, they have a mass of people, and if you pay, you get in first. So the person running in the pump and dump will buy first. Then he'll send the alerts to the people that paid, 1 SOL or 2 SOL. They'll get the next bite of the cherry. And then once they buy in, and then it'll go out to the masses, which is the massive, like 4,000, 10,000 people. Then they'll buy in. See? So the advantage of that is you're just closer to the person running the pump and dump. That's all that is. So these pump and dump, this technique and this whole thing of pump and dumps, it's been around forever. And the masters at it are probably Andrew Tate and his buddies and his brother, because they create a coin and then they pump the shit out of it through his reputation, and then they have got their exit liquidity, and then all the Muppets come in. So just be very careful of these pump and dump groups, okay? One lady that she's on in X, I've been following her for a while. She's like she was doing NFTs in 2021, so she's been around the space for a while. Anyway, she launched her own coin called Figgy. That's her there, obviously in a bra. She does like she does crypto. She's a crypto chick, but she does like photos of like a kind of like a, you know, sexy photos as well as like, you know, crypto. There's a lot of these chicks like this. Anyway, she's, you know, I've been following her for a while, not just because of her photos, but anyway, she launched a coin called Figgy, and it's pretty much didn't do that well, right? So it pumped initially because people bought it, and then obviously, you know, people that got in early would have sold, including her, and then if she was smart, and then it pretty much died. It's not completely dead, it's like 10, 20 grand. So this is, again, going back to what I keep on saying, you guys are going to, you know, these people don't understand that. They think that their reputation is going to be the be-all, end-all. But all it does is lead to quick money and a burnt reputation. Because at the end of the day, you need to build a community that holds. And this community clearly has not held, because otherwise the market cap would not be 39k and the liquidity would not be 20k. Right? So she's got the right idea of using her influence to pump up the coin and, you know, make some small amount of people money while the rest of the people lose money. That's not the way to build a community. You need to build a strong community that holds. Now, in her fairness, she said that there's going to be utility coming. So you can follow her. I don't think she's that bad. It's just that probably the coin just didn't go the way she wanted to. But she got a quick lesson 101 in crypto, that just because you're an influencer doesn't mean anything. If the coin doesn't hold, people will dump. So in fairness, I guess because she's launching on Pump.Fun, and that's kind of like the Achilles heel with Pump.Fun. You get a lot of jitters. But then again, you get your tokens. So she's quite attractive. She does these posts, and that's kind of like, that's her thing, right? This crypto kind of thing. But the coin is obviously, not doing that well. But anyway, another lady that's actually had a coin do really well was Irene. She's another influencer, which I've also been following for quite a while. I got into Irene and made like 2 Sol profit. So yeah, it was good for me. But then again, I know that these things are gonna fade after a while. So then I got out. But again, another influencer does crypto. She did a NFT release in 2021 on Ethereum, and she was very. That was kind of her claim to fame. She was brought out this NFT. If you go through her X, like scroll through all her X, like 2 years back, you'll see that she did a NFT release. How do I know? Because I've been following her for like a couple of years. So she also launched a coin. On the back, she launched it very close to when Iggy, I think it came out like 4 or 5 days after Iggy came out, and her coin was pretty successful because it did really well initially, but then again it just starts to fade in the end, as of Iggy. But this one did, like, I think it nearly did 10 million. So this one did really, really good numbers, like massive numbers. You can see here. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. So there it is there. If we go to the market cap, you'll see still quite a few holders, 3,000, nearly 4,000 holders. So there's the market cap there. See, it did reach 10 million. Actually, it just peaked at about 11 to 12 million, 11 million, see? So let's just go and look at the holders. For some reason, when these coins, they don't do well or they dump, there's always a large number of holders. One person always has a large number of holders. So yeah, this is like accumulate. Like, I wouldn't say it's dead, but you can see here clearly that it's faded, right? It's had a 50% pump today. See, 51% in 24 hours, and that's this little bump down the bottom here. So yeah, it's just, these things fade. These coins fade, so you have to be careful. Unless they're evergreen, unless they're like a dog or a cat theme project, and they're evergreen, then they're not going to fade as much. But they need to get on centralized exchanges, otherwise they're going to fade. You can see here. See, so that was Irene. She probably had a more successful go at it. Yeah, that's just how these meme coins work. If we go and have a look at the current, I use this Pump Vision. It's on BullX, bullx.io/pump-vision, and it's this is looking at all the pump coins as they kind of like take an effect as they get created, and then they start to marinate and start to graduate. Like this, they're getting towards the 100% mark on Pump.Fun, and then here on the right hand side, they've graduated. So they're on deck. So so this one here, let's go have a look at this one. See, it's already on Radium. Lord of the Memes. Look like this one's pumping at the moment. Yeah, usually these things fade at about a couple hundred mark cap. They start to fade. You just have to be very careful when you get into these things. But they could go on to 1 million. You just see, so there's still another 5x in this thing. It just depends. Let's look at the holders. 12%. Yeah, it's getting up there. These could be attached. If this wallet is attached to this wallet, they're holding more than 23%. But it's pumping at the moment. It's pretty bullish. But usually I find that after a couple 100,000, they start to fade. They just start to dip because people take profits. And then I've seen a project where literally it's got to like a couple of hundred, like literally, like for example here, it will get to here. The person would dump his bags and it'll get down to halfway, right? And just never recover. I've seen this in a coin, because what happens is these people, either they're from Pump.Fun or they just have a big bag. They're not interested and they just want to exit, right? So they do the dumbest thing for the project is they just dump the whole bags at once, which is stupid. But they don't care because they've already made their money. So they dump their whole bag. And I've literally seen this happen. They just cannot recover. And then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh my God, everyone gets nervous. They all dump. And then it's literally that one person that dumped their bag, which crashed the chart by half, literally killed the coin right then. Like, I've seen it happen and I'm just like, what? Like, why would you dump your whole bag? Just dump it. If you're going to sell off, sell it in increments. So this thing's mooning now. It's at 41 liquidity. It's going to be a 200 market cap. Yeah, maybe it's has potential, but I mean, you'd have to check out the Telegram and check out but these things start to fade at about 200k. If you can get past 200 to 300k, then it has potential, but they all start to fade because people take profits. So this one's here at 393%. It's at 75. Right, sooner or later, these people are going to take profits. So when you see it pump really hard, it's going to dump really hard. When it's going up like this, it's not too bad because it's like had dips along the way. It's not too bad. This one here is, whenever I see a chart moon, I start to worry because I know that it's like Newton's law. Like what's Newton's law? I mean, people forget this. Let's see the official. Let's see the official explanation of Newton's law. All right. Wikipedia. Newton's law of motion. Newton's law of motion. There are 3 laws that describe the relationship between motion of an object. The body that remains the rest, the instance of time, and the two bodies exert forces on each other. These forces have the same magnitude but opposite directions. In other words, when there's a force that's going up, there's the same force equal to the opposite reaction will come down to do the opposite. And that's exactly what happens in these charts, right? When something pumps hard, there's an equal reaction. The opposite reaction is equal to the reaction that is happening right now. In other words, this is going to come down. Right? You watch it. Just keep on watching it. It'll be a huge red candle. Just watch it. It'll pump. It could pump for a while, but get worried if you start to see it like pump really, really hard with no red candles, because you know it's going to crash. But anyway, this could go to a couple of million. It's at 270k. So if you're interested in it, just go look at it. It's just a lord of memes. Just go to Deck Screener, you'll see it straight away. Or just screen it out, you'll see it. So, let's go and look at their website. Yeah, it looks a pretty good website. Looks like it's got this whole Pepe Land Wolf, and Andy. That's Andy, and then they got Brett. I didn't know Brett was like a creature. I don't know what Brett is. If you can explain to me what Brett is, please tell me what Brett is. Is it a thing of Lord of the Rings? Is it an animal? What animal is it? Now, this thing's pumping now. So if you want to get in and you're a degen, this could be your project. I mean, it's pumping pretty hard. But, I'm just saying, not to scare you off or anything. I'm just saying, like, if I would get in this, I would actually wait for the dip. Like, it's pumping hard now. It's crazy. They're not even running ads. Let's go look at the 5 minute. It's 94k liquidity. It's quite a bit. But once this gets to like 1 million, once this starts to trend, like it's only trending 24, but once this gets up to 1 million, this is going to go parabolic. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like how these things work. But yeah, if you'd buy on these things, you'd just buy on the dip. Don't ever buy on the top. Because see, like now, you wouldn't buy it now because it's on the top. Just wait for a little dip. Now, there, boom. Now buy it. So what I've been using lately, which has been way better than BonkBot, is I've been using Pepe Boost. It's literally almost the same, but it's just when I did BonkBot, there was delays. I was like, every time I click it, like there'd be like a 5 or 8 second delay, and then it eventually go through it. But by then it would be too late, and then it would stop, and then it'd be like some failed transaction or whatever, right? But when I use Pepe Boost, it goes through instantly. It's like instant. So obviously, there's a lot of more people using BonkBot, so that's why they got multiple bots in BonkBot that basically do the same thing. Like they tell you to use another bot, which is basically BonkBot, but just a different name, because of the they max out on the users with Telegram. Like Telegram only gives you so much users per bot, so that's why they create multiple backup bots, they call it. But Pepe Boost seems to be really fast. Like I love Pepe Boost because it's fast. Every time I click, I've only had it like fail a couple of times. But every time I use it, it's instant. You know what I mean? So I like it. I like Pepe Boost. So if you want to use it, there'll be a link below. But it's almost the same. It's almost identical to BonkBot, but without. Yeah, BonkBot's it's too heavy. It's getting too heavy. There's too many users on BonkBot. But I mean, obviously, BonkBot. If you use BonkBot, you get referrals. You get Bonk. That's kind of the biggest thing with BonkBot. But be honest, the amount of that you get BonkBot just doesn't. It's not even worth. Like you're only going to get crumbs anyway. So yeah, see now it's starting to kind of level out because people are just taking profits. Let's have a look at. Let's have a look at the volume. Still 108k volume. It's trending 26, so it's moving up. But you have to go into the Telegram and find out, like, kind of like what they're doing. See, now it's starting to turn. This is where you could see that people are taking profits here. It could go down. Could pump again. You just don't know. It's these things are degen, guys. You just have to, when you get involved in this stuff, you just know that you could just take, you can take an L, and that's just how the game is played. Let's just go and have a look at their Twitter. Yeah, so this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to capture the Andy people, the Pepe, the Land Wolf, and the Brett people. That's what they're trying to do. So clever marketing. And they've got this Lord of the Rings theme. So they've put effort into the website. I'll give them that. Now people are taking profits and starting to dump. See, this always happens, right? See, it always happens. So don't, when you come into these sort of things, don't feel like you're going to lose out. You're not going to lose, right? If you ape in here, you're going to lose. See this? See how it's going up? Now it's like this. Okay, so now this is the time you'd kind of like buy in, right? Once this dip happens, then you buy in because it always dips. Newton's law, okay? This never fails, guys, all right? Newton's law is a law of equal to opposite reaction, right? When you punch something, the energy goes forward and the equal to whatever's going to come down. See, if you would have bought down here at 23, you would have already made almost 50% on the way up. See, now it's pumped. So every time there's dips, that's when you buy it. And you can buy it with Pepe Boost with just one click. But yeah, see, so, you know, it's pumping again. I might pull back again. So people taking profits again. So after a while, you start to see like patterns. Like after getting into so many of these freaking meme coins, you just know what's like. You don't know exactly when and when's going to happen, but you know basically kind of like a gist of what is going to happen. Now it's going on a second tear. Potentially it could just keep on running, but then again it could come back down at 300k. Could have legs. Seems like it has legs, but if they start like this is the beginning, this meme coin thing. This is like the beginning of the meme coin is the most crucial. Like, because a lot of these JEETs are pumped up. This might have been a pump. Yeah, it was a pumped up fun one. See, a lot of them are, they JEET out too early. This is the problem with these meme coins. They JEET, people, like the most important part is in the beginning. It's like this crucial part within the first million market cap. If people JEET, so they're going to crush the project because right at the beginning is when they need those people to come in to buy. And if they hold their bags, then it's going to be the difference between 10 and 20 million coin and eating cheeseburger money. But you can't tell people that because, you know, some people might be up 10 or 20 ETH, 10 or 20 sold, so obviously they're going to sell. It's just how this game is played, guys. You know, it's just everyone's, at the end of the day, everyone's there for themselves. Like, don't believe people that say, you know, we're all about community. You know, it's really, if you want to be about community, show me. Don't talk about it. Show me. And how you do it is you hold your bags for a long period of time. That's how you can tell fake people from real people. Don't talk about, you know, I'm going to hold my bags, I'm never going to sell. It's bullshit. Show me. How long have you held your bags in, buddy? Well, I can tell you this. There is a group of people that have held their bags for 3 months. We're still in fair launch, and these guys are OGs. There's people in here that have held their bags since the creation of Buddy in March. Now, I said that this is going to be a long-term thing. So, you know, come in here, buy whatever you can, just park it and think we'll forget about it for a year. That's literally what I'm telling people. But the earlier you get in, if this goes to 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 million, like you literally can turn your one soul into 1,000 soul. And all you ever did was buy and just literally just watch the project. You can get involved in the community. But these guys are OGs. Like, don't talk about, you know, you're going to just, you know, buy and hold. Show me. These guys, these people here are showing me that they're buying in a coin and they're holding it. So get involved in something that's long term. All right, long term. Buy a soul, forget about it, pull out potentially 1,000 soul in 1 or 2 years time, and then, you know, 1 soul, 2 soul, 3 soul, whatever you help. It just depends on how, you know, how big your wallet is. So a lot of these coins fade, and the reason being they fade is because they don't have a community. This is it here. This is the number one thing is should be focusing is building the community. That's the number one thing. Like, she's has a community on Twitter, but it hasn't transferred to crypto. You know, Irene, she's been more successful. Oh, hang on. This one here has been more successful. The Irene one got the 10 million market cap, but it's faded. I don't think she's really into she knows it's about her, but I don't. She has a connection, but I don't think she's active in the actual. I've never seen her actually active in the Telegram. Promoting it. She's not directly promoting it. She's distinct. If she, it's about her. She obviously, right, because she's tweeted about it, but I've never seen her actually promote anything about. Like, I've never seen her go on Twitter and say, "Hey, this is my coin." So she's kind of like distanced herself. Well, as far as I've seen, anyway, I've never seen her promote it. Since now, see like people taking profits. It's starting to fade. See now. So what will happen now is, it'll probably get another leg up. Like it'll go down. It'll fade, and then it won't fade. I mean, it'll pull back. It'll go back down here, and then it'll probably go like down here, and then if it's strong enough, it'll go back up. Go back up here if it's strong enough. But I've seen other coins, they just don't. They just dive. It just comes down to the community. And when you build a coin on Pump.fun, if you don't connect with the audience or the people don't know you, like with Buddy Token, people know who I am. They know who I am on Facebook, and they know who I am on YouTube. So I'm telling people straight off the bat, don't come in this and just for a quick pump and dump. Just, trust there's a process with it. Because if there's heaps of pump and dumps, they all end up like this. They just do. Like, I've done so many of these things, they all end up like this. And I'm sick and tired of these coins that end up like this. I want something that's going to be long term. That's going to go up over time. So, and the only way to do it is to get people to hold their bags. That's it, period. The only time price goes down is when people sell. So, if you hold your bags, the price won't go down. And then the people are going to come in and they're going to buy the next top. So that's kind of like, see, now this is fading. This is getting to a level where, people are starting to question the team. They're starting to question the coin. I don't know how many people. Look, there you go. Boom. What the hell? Let's see. Someone dumped their bags. Big time. And that's kind of like what happens, guys. This is what happens. But, this is crypto. It's just a dog-eat-dog world. So, see, like, how quick did this happen? Literally, I found this and I was talking to you guys. I found it up here. And in the space of literally an hour, not even an hour. Look at it. I wouldn't say it's dead, but literally, look at this. 1 hour. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's done. Now look at it, 79% down. This is what happens. Like, this is like, what the hell? Why is this? This is crazy. Let's look at the holders. 9% is only worth 4K. I'm watching. Okay, they're accumulating. These guys are accumulating. See, he's accumulating. You can see his value. Well, no, actually. No, that's not accumulating. Just the value's going up. See, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. Like, if they don't build a community, this is how you build a community. This is how you're supposed to build a coin, right? It's like this. Now, it's obviously not that hard. It's not easy to execute, right? This is how you build it. it looks like this funnel. Right. So what most people do is they launch the coin first, and then they build a community on the way. This is not the right way, and this is what happens. This is what happens here, and this is what happens here. All right. This is the wrong way to do it. But 99% of projects here are doing it exactly this way, and that's why they're failing. This is not the way to do it. This is the way to do it. Right. What you got to do is you got to do it this way. Now here, first, this is the community, right? I'm going to put C because I can be bothered writing community. You build the community. This comes first. You build a community first, right? So this can happen 6 months out. So in this case, buddy, we're still building this community. I just created a coin and said, hey guys, this is the coin. And I've done no paid advertising and nothing. It's just purely organic. So we're building the community. And the coin is already launched, but we're not. It's like I'm not expecting big things to happen off the bat. But there's been loyal people here that obviously are getting in early, right? So they're getting in real early. So you build the community, right? And you build this to, you don't need a lot of people, but you need people that really understand what they're trying to do. What we're trying to do, buddy, is we're trying to build this long term. We're trying to get this to, 50 to 100 million, and then push forward, maybe in 3 years' time, 1 billion. Okay, but by the time it gets to 1 billion, your bags are going to be worth millions. So, what's 2 to 3 years? You can revert back to losing money or all these pump and dumps when you can just park one soul or more or less into a project and forget about it. And you know that I'm going to do my solid best to push this, but also I need the help of a community. So we build a community, and we only need about 200 to 300 people. That's really all we need in the community. But the difference being, we don't need thousands, we don't need tens of thousands, but these people here, they need to be really, really loyal, and they need to buy the coin and hold. Okay, that's really all we need. That's all we're looking for. It's only a small amount, really, to be honest. 200 to 300 people that will say, you know what, I want to park one soul and I'm never going to sell it. Not for at least till we get to like 10 million, or take some seed money out. 50 million, maybe take some profits. But the majority of my money is going to be held there till we get to 100 million. That's kind of like the mindset that I want, because this is what's going to bring it to that point. So we only need like 200 or 300 million, right? 200 or 300 people that will just hold their bags. And then what comes next is like, this is the problem. Okay, so we build a community. This is like a marketing 101. So they build a community, and then they identify the problem. So they talk to the community, and there is a problem here, and I have a solution for this problem. It's just that right now I haven't built it. It takes a lot of money to build it. Okay, so I haven't told you about this yet, but there's a problem in the community, and there's a big problem in the Memecoin community. And I want to fix it, but it takes a lot of money to do it. So I'm going to build this community, and then you identify a problem. So the problem is obviously people coming into the community, into meme coins, and getting rugged. That's the problem. They're losing. People are coming into this and losing tons and tons of money. I was in a VC, Telegram VC, and one guy, this project, unfortunately, this project did not last. It only lasted a day, and the guy got into the VC and he said, "You know what? I've lost 200,000 in meme coins." He's lost 200,000 in meme coins, and this is like my last hope. He was down to his last like $1,000, and sadly that project did not last a day. But it was just, he was pleading to the dev. He said, "Dev, you're not going to rug." I feel sorry for him, but those lessons are hard to learn. So this is a really big issue, all right? And then once you identify the problem, you find a solution, right? This is kind of like marketing 101. This is how you build a community, a proper community. This is actually a product funnel, okay? This is a product funnel, but this is like you can apply this. This applies to really anything. You build a community, and you solve a problem in that community, and then number 3 is you solve them, or you sell them the solution, right? In this case, the solution is the token, and the problem is that people are getting rugged, right? And we're building our community. So we're kind of at this stage. I mean, we've already launched a token, but it's not going to do much until we build more people in the community, which is here. And then we only need 200 or 300 people, really solid people in the community that will hold. That's going to solve the biggest problem with the coin dumping like this, right? And then the problem we're going to solve is we can build something that's going to solve most of these problems. It's going to solve everything. Nothing will be the ultimate solution, but it will solve a lot of problems. And then this will then translate to the people buying our token, because the product will feed into the token. It'll basically be utility for the token, but that's later. It's no point talking about this now because of what the actual product is, because it's just irrelevant now. We need to build this. We need to build this community, and that's what we're trying to do with this. Okay. So that's how you do it. That's how you do a successful token, and you need the community to hold. Literally, that's it. Bottom line, straight up. There's no other way to say it. Let's go back here. When you don't build a community and you just get a bunch of people that are there to make, I mean, everyone's there to make money, but if you don't have people that are tied in emotionally to the cause or to what you're trying to achieve, you get this. What we're trying to do with Buddy Token is we're trying to, we're going to help dogs. There's a lot of dogs here. This is actually my dog. This is not a dog of him, a photo of him, but Buddy Token is named after the dog. Buddy Token is my dog. I should get some live photos of him actually. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to help dogs. So we're going to donate money to help dogs, and there's already a bunch of charities around here where I live in Thailand that help dogs. So we can do that, help them, and just generally dogs in people that love dogs. Okay, so this is the goal. We're here to make money, but we're also here for a purpose. We're going to help dogs, and in the process, we are going to make money ourselves, right? But this is a long-term commitment. That's what I want you guys to understand. If really, that's kind of at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, I want you to do this, and this is what happens with Bonk. This is what happened with Pepe. This is what happened with Doge. This is what happened with With. What did they do? They basically came in. People came in the beginning, believed in the project, planted their flag, and held. That's literally what they did. They planted their flag and held, and they became millionaires. You know the dude that, if you don't know this story, the dude that bought Shiba, this guy here, Shiba Inu, he bought Shiba Inu in the beginning when it was like 0.0. There's so many zeros, you can't even fathom. He was a mailman. The dude worked at he was a mailman delivering mail. The dude was a mailman. He bought Shiba in the beginning, believed in it. The dude's name is, you can see it on X. Oh, jeez, I forget his name. He's a Shiba whale. He was a freaking mailman. He bought Shiba and he became a multi-millionaire because he got in early. Now, obviously, Shiba is the second biggest meme coin on the planet. And he nailed it. Like, look at Dogecoin, 17 billion. and Shiba Inu is 10. Guys, listen to what I'm going to say. This is a opportunity that is how do I say it? It's a tool. It's an opportunity with the biggest leverage. Right? I'm not going to say this is the latest and greatest dog coin ever. No, I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is this gives you a tool that instrument of leverage. All right. So once this is really, 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 really early, right? You're buying in now, and then you let it marinate for the next 2 to 3 years. Just like this guy here, he got in early, right? And then Shiba Inu went to the moon. He became a multi-millionaire. And he was a mailman. What the hell? The dude was a freaking mailman. His name is... He's worth following. Because he has a lot of good insights about crypto. Obviously, now he knows a lot about crypto. But he nailed Shiba, right? So Shiba's done, like, there's going to be more Shibas, obviously. There was after Shiba, there was Whiff, there was Bonk, there was Pepe, But you don't buy Shiba now. I mean, you could buy Shiba now. I think Shiba's probably still got another 2 or 3 or 4x in it. But you don't we're not 2 or 3x is not enough for us. We want a 50, 100x, 500x. That's what we're trying to do. But anyway, you better find him. Just go on Twitter and find him. I forget his name. If I find his name, I'll tell you. But yeah, he's a Shiba whale and he was a mailman. There you go. This just goes to prove, right? If you get into the right coin at the right time, and you get the one that is not just a bullshit pump and dump crap, it's long term, and you know that the people that involved are there for the long term. As of this, Buddy. See, the problem with Buddy is people just don't understand the value of it right now. They don't understand that I'm going to continue my work at this because this has the biggest leverage. I mean, I'm the dev. I only got 3.46%, but that's enough because think of this when this gets to 100 million. Think of this when this gets to 500 million. 3% of that. Dude, pick your Lambo color. Not that I'd ever buy a Lambo. I'm just not a Lambo guy. I'm just not a flashy guy. I would, to be honest, I would just buy more Bitcoin. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably buy a couple of Happy Meals, and I'm just not a flashy guy. I just don't understand people why they buy this sort of crap, LV and Louis Vuitton and all this sort of shit. Yeah, it's just so fake to me anyway. Maybe I'll buy a nice watch, but that's about it. To the extent, I'm just not that type of guy. But yeah, this is what I'm trying to do long term, right? But I need to build a community. This is, at the end of the day, it comes down to these 200 or 300 people. This is going to be the difference between it goes to 1 million or 500k or 300k and it dies, or it goes to 100 million. This is the difference right here. It's these people. Literally, that's it. That's all you need to do is hold and build a strong community. That's what we're trying to do in Buddy Token. Build a strong community and just hold. That's it. That's all you got to do. So let's go back here. Yeah, see, this is what happens. This sort of shit happens every single day of the week. These people, they build these coins. They don't see, like, yeah, they're great. They have influence, and they, but they don't see the big picture. They made some money here, maybe 10 or 20 or 30 grand, whatever. But who lost? The community lost. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand these people. Just build something long term. It's not hard. Like, if you're going to build something, build it big. Don't just half-ass shit like this and then it dies. I don't understand people because it takes the same effort. It takes the same effort to build something. Like, it's just, the difference is you build something, you got to build a website. You still got to create the coin, build a website, build a community, build a Telegram, build a X. You got to promote the shit out of it. All this takes work. And then what, to dump it at the end? Like, the hardest part is the beginning. And then the difference between something that's like goes to 100k. This didn't even reach 100. Well, actually, no, it did. It reached 300 k market cap. The difference with something reaching 300 market cap and something reaching 3 billion market cap is just the same effort over a period of time consistently. That's all it is. The hardest part is starting. That's the hardest part. It's like in anything, right? Starting a business. The hardest thing is starting, right? Is starting at the beginning. That's the hardest thing. But once you get the momentum, it gets easier. It doesn't get easier, but it you can see that the progress, you know what I mean? So that's what we're trying to do here, guys, right? Something long term. So if you want to get into something long term, check it out. The links will be below. But if you're going to buy this in Jeet, I honestly just go back to Pump.Fun. There's plenty of projects there. I'll prefer you not invest in this project because we don't want Jeets. All right, we don't want Jeets. No disrespect, but that's just not what we're trying to do here. We want solid long-term holders, and I know that this is the key to any successful project. It's the community holding. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. Because looking at the market and the Memecoin market and seeing all this crap, it's just all this stuff is going to be irrelevant next week because there's going to be a whole bunch of new crap projects taking the place of other crap projects. But you know what? We're still going to be around. We're still going to be here. Okay, that's the difference. So play the casino with this. Make some money. It's awesome. But most of the time you'll lose money. Or park your money into something that's more long-term vision, and something that we want to take to levels you've never ever seen. So let's just go back here. See, this thing's already almost dead. So I wouldn't say dead, but it's struggling because of this huge dump. Okay, now they're running ads. See now, so now they're trying to push it with ads. So maybe this will go back up. So this would actually be a good time to actually get in because they're running ads. And then look at the volumes, 15k. If you watch this, you'll see that the volume's going to pick up, and then the ads are going to pick up. They might get trending. There we go. Now it's starting to push up. All right. This is sediment. This is sediment as well as new investors coming in. See now look at it. See, it's like almost textbook. It's just textbook because I've seen so many of these things. Now this could probably dip again. People just getting nervous and taking profits. But if people hold, then this shit would never have happened. But they don't. Because they don't believe in the project. They don't understand the goals of the project. They just joined this 5 minutes ago. And they want to make some quick money. Right? Newton's law, guys. Newton's law. People are trying to question Newton's law. Oh, this is mooning, man. This is mooning. Oh, we're going to the moon. Dude, do you understand Newton's law? Oh, what's Newton's law? Exactly. You don't understand Newton's law. There's an equal to opposite reaction to the reaction happening now, meaning it's going to dump hard. If it pumps hard, it's going to dump hard. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, there you do. See? So, now it's starting to pick up. You got ads running. Let's see the volume. The volume is starting to pick up a little, couple more grand. So, if this holds, if people don't cheat, this could get back up. But what will happen then? That's right. Because that went up, people are gonna take profits again because they're gonna get nervous from the first dump. Right? They're gonna get nervous from the first dump. They're like, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna make my 10% and get out. Because it could dump again, because it happened before. So they're gonna dump and then it's gonna go back down. And this process is gonna keep on repeating. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't survive, it's because the community doesn't hold. And when you get a community that's only created 10 minutes ago, guess what's going to happen? That's right. They're going to leave and find the next hot thing. And that's not what you want, because you're going to be forever repeating this process of finding a coin that goes to the moon and never does. You're going to lose a ton of money, in the process, you're going to go through this on Pumped Up Fun. You're going to search through all these meme coins. You're going to go, all these things are fucking rug. They're all rug. You're going to question yourself and think, well, why, I never make any money on these meme coins. It's all a scam. This is what you're going to say to yourself. Dave says, been trying to learn KC tokens today. I'm struggling a bit. I think I could do some gains maybe. That's why I didn't buy Sol projects similar to BNB last cycle. Many rugs. I think put Sol in one buddy, knowing the dev solid. Good on you, Dave. We'd love to have you, but it's long term too. So that's what I tell people. Right, this is long term. We want to build a solid community here. And that's the difference. If everyone holds, then this is going to moon. This is going to moon. So yeah, it looks like this may or may not go up. I don't know, but just not looking good. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll put all the links below after I finish this live stream. You'll be able to get access to my Twitter account as well as the buddy as well. Our link tree will have all the links as well. Okay, Facebook group and Telegram. Not much happens in the Telegram group. In the Facebook group. But mainly it's Telegram group, Twitter, and this channel. Right. So follow me all on them if you want. Get involved in the project, because that's what we're trying to do, guys. We're trying to build this solid from the base, and this is going to be the difference. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream.